competition of poverty.
Yeah, right. That's true. That is true. Now,
and we have to choose between the two.
And we choose. I know what I would choose. I'm happy where I am.
Yeah, so am I.
Poor or rich, I'd rather be in the Western country.
Yeah, of course. It's not good when the gap is too large, and here and there you have to take corrective measures of this kind of or another.
Why do you think the people in the United States are afraid of socialism? Of the word?
I don't know. It's well, first of all, the question is what you mean by socialism.
No, I'm talking about Israel as a social.
Not really, no more. It used to be that way in the past.
It's more democratic.
Yeah, now it's much more liberal in this respect than it used to be. Socialism was during the first decades, and to be frank, I don't long these days.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so well, yeah, of course. There's plus I think Israel is actually their economy is doing pretty well.
Yeah, now the one complains in Israel also about the gap between the poor and the rich, and it seems to be second only to America in this respect in the Western world. But here we have also a problem of our own, this gap.
Okay, we have our first call of the night coming in.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see who it is. Yeah. Hi, you're on the air with Felix and our guest, Dr. Nathan Netzer. And we've got Nathan here. Dr. Nathan Netzer is our guest tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing, Bob? How's everything?
Oh, good. I like the topic.
Well, I don't know if you heard the whole show, but we were just discussing what's going on in the United States from a perspective of somebody who doesn't live here.
Oh,
how he sees things.
About what I just caught on to about why is America so afraid of being a social state like socialism or well, not communism state, but we're afraid because they don't like people telling us what to do. And that's how America was founded. That's how we grew. People, moved on and moved forward. We don't like government telling us what to do. That's why we're afraid of them now telling us what to do. Yeah. That's what we're all afraid about.
Yeah. Maybe it's so specific to America that...
we're afraid of, too, this war, a possible war, hopefully not, but, with Israel and Iran. This is going to be horrible.
Sir, I don't hear you very well.
No, he's saying he's worried about Israel and Iran going to a conflict.
Well, it's hard to say. Well, my impression is that there's a lot of things going around on this topic that we don't know. And I'm a private citizen after all.
Yeah.
I know Israel, the problem with Israel is saying they're going to go to war without us, but we know that's not going to happen. We're going to back them anyway, which drags us into another war. That's what we don't like government. That's what's going back to the whole question, the topic of the show. Government is shut down because the Republicans here are upset how we're handling how government is running.
I don't hear you very well.
I'm sorry, guys. I love calling in. Let me try my cell phone. Keep talking.
No. You're doing fine. I can hear you. I think it's just a headset problem, not an issue with you.
Yeah.
So, I think the problem with the government shut down, it really does even go to Israel and Iran. We are worried about. Americans are worried about.
Yeah.
We lost a lot of jobs now. The economy stinks. We went through so many wars. To us, we're losing battles, and now we're going to another one. And
Yeah.
now it goes all to the whole your topic of why we shut down the government. The public is like, we had enough of this stuff.
Well, we don't know where it's going to lead. They are having talks, like Nathan said before. Talk is cheap. What these Irans between the United States and Syria, and also United States and Iran is talking. But until there's some action taken.
Well, I'm just curious.
I believe everybody. The one thing is not in dispute that if things can solve peacefully, that's the best way. No one argues about this.
Yeah, well, we look for the peaceful way, but we have to sit back and look at reality and look at the alternatives and what they will be if there is no peace done. Nothing is settled by diplomacy.
Yeah. Well, as the Romans say, if you want peace, you need to be prepared for a war. And,
now, what gets me upset is, where is America going? Look, I've been born, raised here, but I don't know even our own government. What are we trying to do? Like, the expression, we're trying to be the policeman of the world. I don't understand why. It costs us a lot of money. Our own country is, half our people, are not half, but in poverty, and we have our own problems.
Yeah.
Why are we going to go to, Syria or Iran? And
I'm not saying that you have to do it.
I don't know what to say. I don't know.
Well, I think what we need is to not necessarily go in, but we have to support our allies. We don't necessarily have to support them with troops, but there's a lot of ways you can support your allies.
Well, the question is, who are our allies? Russia's not. I mean, our allies are Hungarian. Where's our allies? China's not our ally. Russia's not our ally. China's not our. Who's our allies?
Our allies are the Western countries, basically.
Yeah, that made Western.
The country. Most of them are our allies, even though we do have a lot of differences. I think when a push comes to shove, the NATO countries, Israel, most of the Western countries will stick together.
You know what it is, Felix? I just feel like our country is falling apart, or fell apart, and we are now trying to save everybody else. And it hurts the taxes. You know how high it is here in New York and wherever you live in the United States, and poverty and all the crimes going on. And here we are sending our young kids to solve problems in other countries. That's the part I don't understand.
Well, I don't agree with a lot of the things the government does, and that's why we're here to vote. You think about it. We're not happy with we only have an 18% approval rate of the Congress, but yet when the elections come out next year or the year after, whenever they have them, 90% of the people that are in the office now that we don't approve of will be reelected. While in other countries, and this is a proven fact, while in other countries, such as Israel or England or France, if they disapprove them, they get rid of everybody and bring a whole new government in. We can't seem to do that.
I know. This government shutdown is so disgusting. I'm laughing in a bad way. On the news this morning, they're trying to get out the unemployment rate for the United States, but they can't. That part of the government was shut down. Listen.
Almost 1 million people are being added to the unemployment roll, so the figures are not going to be good.
Yeah, from what I'm hearing, it's just because the government Republicans don't want the Obamacare,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
With the Obamacare, Felix, it wasn't sold right. Obama didn't tell us until now that it's a law and we have to sign up. No one knows what I don't know you, but I don't know what it is.
That's what we were discussing before. That Obamacare is a very It was not presented to the
Right. You know
to
what?
the people.
That might be the best thing ever for our country, but it was never advertised other than all just heard about the Obamacare, but it wasn't told to us right.
Bob, give me 1 second. I'm going to let Nathan leave us tonight because he's tired and he just wants to say good night to everybody.
Okay, so
Good
night,
night.
everybody.
Thank you for being on the show, and we will hopefully hear from you again. Thank you.
Okay, great. Bye.
Good night. Yeah, he hasn't been to sleep since yesterday.
Oh boy.
So I'm watching his eyes close as he's talking to us.
Well, I don't want. Hopefully, I didn't make his eyes close.
No, he was just it's just been too much. I told him I would need it for about 10 minutes, and it wound up being much longer. And he was quite an interesting guest, with different perspectives. Now I don't know if you saw heard the early part of the show. He thinks along the Republican line more that each state should actually be controlling their own medical.
We're starting to see that there. It's like Texas is trying to be their own state, they want to break away from the United States because we're all confused and frustrated what's going on with our government. I'm not saying we're not a great country. I do love America. I think everyone's just confused right now what is going on. Texas I don't know what to say. Texas wants to break away. He might be your friend might be right. Everyone should just be their own state again.
No, not break away. He said the country's called the United States. We're a very large country, and just talking about healthcare, the healthcare and the way it's being run, each state may have a little different needs.
Right.
So
right. You're exactly, like Florida has definitely certain needs than like New York State has. Obviously, Florida is a lot of elderly people are down there, so they don't necessarily have the needs that we need here in New York.
And and now I think Massachusetts has their own healthcare program, and I believe it works pretty well for Massachusetts.
I think Obamacare is maybe the best thing, like white on rice, the best thing, but it was just sold to the American people wrong how we did it.
Yeah, I think we're just going to have to basically wait and give it a chance. Everybody's criticizing before they gave it a chance. If we really don't like it, when Obama gives up his, excuse my expression, throne, then the people can vote in all Republican Congress and all Republican Senate, the Republican president. We can abolish Obamacare and go and do whatever they think is right. But till then, give the program a chance.
Well, that's the whole problem. And that's why, obviously you and I are nobodies in this country, but I think if we're sold the right way and we're all worried about being a socialist, someone tell us what to do, we don't like that as an American. Someone saying you have to sign up for this. And, we're worried about also we have to sign up. Next president, this might be abolished anyway.
It's possible. Anything's possible. Listen, we're told we have to pay taxes. We're told to do a lot of things. It's not you abide by certain laws and you abide by certain regulations, and no matter what society you're in. Otherwise, there would be no society.
Well, I know that's why there are laws and everything else. I understand that, but this is just frustrating to witness or see the country divided like this.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you.
I don't want to take much more of your airtime.
Yeah. Well, Bob, we only have less than a minute left, so.
Well, if you want to talk more, the only other thing in the news I can think about talking about is that horrific motorcycle accident.
Yeah, I'm sorry we don't have time to talk to it, but we will be back on Monday, and I will bring up the motorcycle accident and the latest updates on it, where the police are still investigating it, and maybe by this Monday we'll know a lot more, and we'll be able to give you more information on it and discuss it if you would call back.
Good.
All right, Bob?
Well, Bob is signing out here. Always enjoy calling in.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Good night. Bye.
And I want to also wish our audience good night. Thank you for listening.